Hello, and welcome to this week's Market Minute. Well, the 800-pound gorilla has officially launched. The largest IPO in history has now come to market, and as we expected, that much cash had to come from somewhere. In recent weeks, it appeared a significant amount of money needed to fund those IPO purchases came from selling other technology leaders. That caused pressure in many of the names that had been leading the market higher. Some of those companies pulled back from their highs, and for a period, technology looked tired. But here is the important observation. Once the pressure of the massive IPO began moving behind us, many of those same leaders started to stabilize and may recover. That does not mean the volatility is over, but it does suggest that selling may have been more about funding new purchases than a fundamental change in the long-term technology story. And that brings us to artificial intelligence. AI still offers the potential for significant increases in corporate productivity and profitability. Used well, AI can help companies do more, do it faster, and potentially do it at a lower cost. But as usual, the real world is a little more complicated than the headlines. One thing that may have been underestimated is the human factor. Many people have already been fed up with AI bots when they call for customer service. They do not want to argue with a computer. They want to speak with a real person. Imagine that. In fact, one of the largest banks in the country is now advertising that it is opening more local branches so customers can come in and meet with an actual human being. That says something important. Technology is powerful, but personal service still matters. The other obstacle facing AI is the data center buildout. AI needs enormous computing power, and that means data centers. But many communities are pushing back with the classic NIMBY response, not in my backyard. The concern is simple. The facilities require tremendous electricity, and residents worry that the demand could push their own utility bills higher. A very interesting alternative has even been proposed by Elon Musk. Data centers in orbit around the planet, powered by solar energy instead of earthbound electricity. And since data moves at the speed of light from satellites, orbiting data centers could become a fascinating future solution. Well, whether that happens sooner or much later, it just shows how big the AI infrastructure challenge has become. Now, let's come back down to earth and talk about something everyone understands: gas prices. Locally, gas was recently around $4.49 a gallon. This week, we are seeing prices closer to $3.39. That is a very meaningful drop. And with the summer driving season in full force, lower gas prices can put more money back into consumers' pockets. That matters because consumer spending remains one of the primary drivers of the American economy. When consumers spend less filling their tanks, they may have more available for restaurants, travel, entertainment, home projects, and other areas of the economy. That does not solve every problem, but it sure helps. So as we look ahead, we see a number of encouraging pieces coming together. Gas prices have come down. Consumers may have more spending flexibility. Inflation pressure may continue easing, and the technology leaders appear to be recovering after the IPO-related selling price. And finally, America's 250th birthday is just around the corner. Celebrations have already begun in Washington, D.C., and this 4th of July promises to be one of the biggest celebrations we have seen in a very long time. All of that leads us to a simple conclusion. The summer ahead looks brighter than it did just a few weeks ago. As always, we make observations, not predictions. Markets can move quickly, and short-term volatility is always part of investing. But lower gas prices, consumer spending, easing inflation pressure, and continued innovation all give us reason to stay constructive. Well, thank you for watching this week's Market Minute. If you would like to speak with us about your investments, please call 561-770-4331 or click on the Let's Talk link above to schedule a convenient review. Oh, and by the way, we have greatly upgraded our studio and conference room and will now be offering telewealth consultations as part of our services. As people have become more comfortable with medical teleconferences, online meetings, and virtual services, telewealth offers a convenient way to review your holdings, discuss your plan, and stay connected without always needing to come into the office. So, if you would like to review your investments or schedule a telewealth consultation, again, please call us at 561-770-4331 or click on that Let's Talk link above. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to helping you.